Dublin's FM104, it is the Strawberry Alarm Clock, and on the phone is one of the world's most famous boys, even though she is Nancy Cartwright. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Yay, Jim, yay, Nobby.
Hello.
Yay, Nancy.
Hello.
I know you do. I know you do lots of other things, but you're most famous, of course, for The Simpsons, where you're not
That's
just
right.
Bart. You're Ralph Wiggum. You're Nelson.
Well, Todd Flanders, I'm Kearney, Database, Maggie.
Oh wow!
Who else did we miss? Bart, Nelson, Ralph, Kearney, Todd, Database, Maggie. Yeah, that's right, 7. I do 7 voices.
Well, we've spoken to ventriloquists and stuff before of many characters, and they say that they're kind of those little characters. They're in there somewhere. When you're just going about your normal Nancy Cartwright business, do any of them come out? Do they ever pop it? Does Ralph Wiggum ever pop out? When you're having your dinner or something?
It only happens when I'm by myself, and I don't want to admit it. Tell us something that Nancy Cartwright does that you wouldn't want anybody else to know about. I talk to myself like Ralph Wiggum, and I lick my plate.
Who doesn't? Who doesn't?
At home in private.
But one of the great things about your job must be that you do have one of the most recognisable, at least when you're in character, voices in the world. If you could change that visually you were recognised, or you could keep it as you are, like you can go shopping, you can go on holidays, and to a degree people wouldn't know who you are. Which way would you have it? Would you leave it as it is, or would you like to be...
Oh, yes. No. I would totally leave it as it is. I would totally leave it as it is. It's kind of like, otherwise my life is not my own anymore.
Yeah.
This way I can decide. I can decide whether I want to, quote unquote, expose myself, so to speak.
Yes.
As Bart Simpson. I mean, I could choose to do it whenever I want, and that's the best way. I've got friends who are, we can't go out in public. It's difficult to go out in public with them because they are recognized. I get a lot of the bells and whistles that they get, but I also have my privacy. It's pretty ideal.
It's the best of both worlds.
Could you be in a hair salon or something? Nobody knows who you are, and the conversation comes up. What do you do for a living? And have you ever dropped that bomb on people and they've just they didn't believe you?
Oh, yes, I have dropped it. It is the funnest thing in the world to do. I will do it, but I use a lot of discretion when I do it because I'll say I'm gonna. Like yesterday, for example, I went out with a girlfriend, and we do this about every 10 days, every 2 weeks, we go get our nails done.
Yeah.
And I just gotten our nails done, and we were leaving, and we walked out, and there was a rehab facility, a physical therapy training facility that was right there. So anybody could go there, but mostly it's designed for people that have had accidents. And we were walking by, and there was a guy there, and he was in his wheelchair. He had a big smile on his face, and I just, walked by. I said, "Hey, how you doing?" He goes, "Fine." I said, "Give me 5." And he took his hand, and he gave me 5, and I could tell this hand something was wrong with the hand, but he did it.
Yeah.
And so I said, "Hey, how's it going?" He says, "Well, I'm the owner." I said, "Well, how's business?" So we had a nice little chat. So I started to walk away, and then I had a second thought, and I turned back to him. This guy's probably in his late 20s, early 30s. I said, "Are you a fan of The Simpsons?" He goes, "Yeah." "Why?" I said, "Shake my hand again." He shook my hand again, and I took it, and I, gave him a nice shake. I said, "I'm Bart Simpson. What's happening, man?" He's like, "Whoa, are you kidding me?" I went, "No, I'm Nancy Cartwright." He says, "Oh my God, you just made my day."
Wow.
Oh, you really made my day. And it's like stuff like that somebody like, Jennifer Aniston or Brad Pitt, none of these guys, they can't do that. They can't create that kind of an effect where they causatively do it. Unfortunately, they're in the position where they look like most of the characters that they play. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a dead giveaway. So it's like there's no surprise, and it's sort of like they have to kind of go along with whatever's thrown to them.
Yeah.
And I think that's a tough life.
It's a nice gesture to be able to do as well. I wouldn't mind shaking Jennifer Aniston's hand, having said all that. There's nothing wrong with it.
Understood.
Speaking of those kind of celebrities, there's been so many on The Simpsons in their own specials over the years. Is there anyone left that you'd love to have in an episode, personally?
Hugh Jackman.
Oh,
absolutely.
Yeah. He's great. And he's a great singer, too.
I would love to have him on it. Yeah, and it'd be great if we could do a musical with him, or he'd be some kind of, do a takeoff on Glee or something like that.
I suppose when The Simpsons first started, well, maybe they did, but I assume nobody said to you, this is what Bart Simpson has to sound like. That was kind of something that you created as well, was it?
Well, I went in for Lisa. I didn't know anything about Bart. I went in for Lisa, and that was in about 87. And even at that time, I'd been doing voiceovers for about 6 years. And I still was doing a lot of boy-type voices. So Lisa did not indicate to me, but the audition for Bart was right there. And oh my God, the difference between an 8-year-old middle child and a 10-year-old school-hating underachiever and proud of it is like, it's night and day. Of course I'm going to want to do Bart Simpson, and there was no question about it. I didn't even give him the option. I just said, I want to do Bart. Is that okay? Matt Groening said, no problem. Yeah, and they hired me on the spot. Had I just gone along with what they wanted, I never would have gotten cast in the show.
Very
never.
true, yeah, okay.
Is there any chance of Bart releasing another single? I'm a big fan of Bart's singles. Do the Bartman and My Name is Bart.
Deep Trouble.
Yeah, there's some amazing Bart Simpson songs. Could you release another one as a single, do you think?
Well, I'll tell you what. I want anybody that's listening to this interview right now, I want you to write letters to Matt Groening.
Right, okay.
Write letters to Matt Groening.
Yeah.
Kevin Riley, the president of Fox Television, write them letters and make them angry letters. Make them angry, upset letters. We're really pissed off that Bart Simpson is not doing more. We want to hear him, her, him, do another...
There's breaking news.
Yeah. Another Billboard top 10,
How long do you think The Simpsons will go on for? Like, for me, I don't know life really without it.
It's going to go on as long as I think people are alive, to be quite blunt.
Wow, brilliant.
It's like, yeah, because it's here's some news. I don't know that you guys know this, but in August, Fox has a cable station called FXX. It's a brand new cable station that they got, and they are going to be running 24/7 all Simpsons all the time.
Wow.
It is a very successful format, and everybody loves it, and there's new public. As when a kid gets to be the point where he recognizes that the show is there and he can do a sleepover at his friend's house if his parents don't let him watch it at his own house, or he's got his own computer, you can download, you can see whatever 24/7 now. But here's the other thing, is that it takes 4 years to do an animated film. And if we stop doing television, there will be a gap of 4 years before the movie would come out.
Yeah.
So they will surprise me if they decide to do a feature film. I don't think so. That's my opinion, and I could be wrong, but it's like we're still doing it, and public loves it, and the ratings were up 12% last year. So I don't think they're jumping over to doing a feature film when the TV show is still so incredibly successful.
It's been running so long, Nancy, that there's things sometimes I hear that we've done on the show that were about 1 or 2 years old, and I don't remember doing them at all. There's kind of it's like somebody else had done them. Are there episodes that you flick on the TV and you go, I don't remember doing this one?
Yeah, heck yes. Heck yes. Oh my gosh, and it's great. It's awesome.
So you're watching it like us.
There's an imposter. There's somebody that did my voice. Who was that?
She's good.
I gotta prove it, man. Don't have a cow, man. Eat my shorts. Get bent. My favorite swear. Here's my favorite swear for the 5 to 9-year-olds. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Bosom.
That's a great one. And is it true that you came up with Eat My Shorts?
Yeah.
Wow.
Marching band, high school. Dun 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 dun. Eat my shorts. Dun 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 dun. Eat my shorts. Nobody knew what we were saying because there were 200 of us in the Fairmont West, all brass marching band. I played the F horn, the alto horn.
Can you believe that in a world of Miley Cyrus and her twerking and things like that Eat My Shorts was once considered a bad influence on children?
Yeah, I know.
It seems so tame.
Doesn't that tell you something about the degradation of our society?
What's it like to see yourself in Spanish and in French, if you're on holidays and you turn on the TV and it's in every country?
That's a little weird. To hear myself done by a Japanese artist, or I prefer English.
Well, listen, it's been wonderful to talk to you. If you see Ralph Wiggum, will you tell him he's my favourite character?
There's a leprechaun. He tells me to burn
I think my favourite line from Ralph was, "My cat's breath smells like cat food." I love that one.
Yeah.
Nancy, it's been brilliant to talk to you. The Simpsons is going to continue for as long as you live, which is fantastic news, and I hope that's a very long time.
May you have a long life.
Yes.
Thank you so much, you guys. All the best to you. I love it over in Dublin. I've been there a couple of times, and lovely people. And perhaps I come back again and meet you in person.
Next time you're back, we'd love to have you in.
All right, you guys. Take care.
Cheers, Nancy.
Cool.
Thanks a million.
Yeah, cheers.